Good morning, hello. My name is Daniel, and given that I ran yesterday and swam yesterday, and I'm swimming today and I'm hoping to ride a bike today, I can call this channel, without even putting my tongue in my cheek, the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Get ready. Right, so it's Sunday morning. I don't want to be out on the club ride now, but because of ongoing knee issues, I'm at the pool, trying to use a little bit of reverse psychology for swim lane availability. There were lots of lanes available until 9:30, but only 2 lanes available after 9:30, so I'm hoping that if I get in at 9:30, everybody would have gone and there were 2 lanes free. That's my plan. And also, before I get in the pool, before I forget, I have some exciting news. And normally when people on YouTube say, I have some exciting news, it means it's exciting news for me and not for you. I think this is both. So my partner NRG Chains do a lot for me, help me out with drivetrain, pay me a little bit of money, which helps me do this sort of thing. But they also asked me, how can they support what I'm doing this year? Now, in March, I'm doing 3 crit races is the plan, all those injuries aside. And they said, how can they help with that? Long story short, they're going to be providing some prizes for the house race team Darley Moor Crit Series in March. So 3 races, and there are 3 races on each of those 3 days, so 9 races in total, plus a women's race on one of the days, which is 10. For every race, there's going to be a combativity prize, which is going to be a prize from NRG Chains with a chain, ceramic jockey wheels, or wax lube. And what I'm hoping that's going to do is 2 things. Firstly, encourage participation, but also like encourage a different racing dynamic. Sometimes at Darley Moor, because it's such a fast flowing circuit, it is just like a bunch, and that's fine, and you know, things do happen still, but I think giving a prize for the most aggressive rider, or combativity award, whatever, is going to make racing a little bit more difficult and a bit different. And I think I'm going to regret asking for this because I'm going to be on the receiving end of a kicking, I'm sure, but hopefully it helps generate some more interest in the races. I'll leave a link in the description down below to the entries. They're on the 9th, the 16th and the 23rd. There's a 3rd and 4th cat, there's a 4th cat only. They're open races, so men and women, and then E1, 2, 3, which is open as well. And on the 16th there is one of the Fusion Women's Series, you tested me because I'm not going to written down, women's races, which has a skills session followed by a race as well. So there's something for everybody. Check it out, and hopefully I'll see you at one of those races, and hopefully the weather will be great. So thank you to House Race Team for organising the events, because without them they wouldn't happen. Thanks to NRG Chains for supporting the events, but thanks to you lot for supporting NRG Chains and supporting me. If it wasn't for that, they wouldn't be able to do this. So for all those who use my code, which is TriathlonDan, you get 10% off a race wax chain or off ceramic bearing jockey wheels. Thank you very much, because it's because of that that they choose to do things like this. So nice work, team. Anyway, I've put this swim off long enough. Let's get in there. Swim done and dusted, stats on screen. I did 1k just steady with a pool boy, and then 2 times 150 paddles with a pool boy, and then the rest of it was just steady swimming. So the reverse psychology worked to an extent with the lanes. They did move them around a couple of times, which breaks up the session, and then at the end we only had 1 lane because they were doing some lifeguard training, but that is absolutely fine because without the lifeguards we wouldn't have the sessions, would we? So not a problem. And I think I've recruited a guy to our Thursday night swim club as well, so we'll see. Job done, or well done all around. And just put the icing on the cake, I've texted Liz just on the way out of here. So yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, she kicked off because I had a Subway, didn't bring her one home. And I know today, Liz's family are coming round to celebrate Liz's mum's 1 millionth birthday. So we're having Sunday lunch at like 2 o'clock. So I'm not having a lunch at like 12, am I? So I've just texted Liz as if I am. Tuna wrap, what salad and sauce, ? No kiss. So she thinks I'm like in the shop, like rushing, just need a quick response. And she's replied saying, I don't want one today, thanks. I'm saving myself for Sunday lunch, thanks anyway. As if like it's okay that I'm having a Subway about 3 hours before we're having a Sunday lunch. Obviously I'm not, it's a joke. I'm trying to wind her up and it failed. Just getting used to my ways. Anyway, gonna get home, have a coffee and probably sit down, chill out 20 minutes, half an hour, and then get on the bike before aforementioned wild birthday celebrations. Let's go. Right, it turns out the Subway thing was a massive mess up on my behalf. Liz would have preferred me to have a Subway because she cleaned the kitchen, haven't you, Liz, pre-party? Woo, what an outfit. I especially like the slippers you've paired with those. Yeah. What are you doing now?
I'm off to collect my grandma, and we're going to then pick up the cake.
How many candles are on the cake? A million.
No, we're not putting candles on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not singing.
Oh. Okay, I'm not singing. Alright.
These are to put in the plant pots out the front.
Brilliant. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Uh-oh.
He's got to be on best behaviour, hadn't you?
I think you'll struggle with that, to be honest. Yeah, right, so Liz is going to put his cake up, and he put his head on your foot and you just like lifted it up, essentially booted him in the head. Call the RSPCA. I'm going to get on the bike in a few minutes, so I'll see you in there. Okay, so I have a maximum of 1 hour on this bike, 15-minute shower and change, sit down at the table for 2 o'clock, or else, as instructed by Liz. realistically, I don't think I'm going to be an hour on the bike. I did half an hour 2 days ago, ran 5k yesterday, so this is just an extension of a knee test, to be honest. If it hurts, I'm just going to call it early. I'm not panicking now about losing fitness. All I'm trying to focus on is getting healthy, so that's all I'm doing. If this can do something like a low zone 2 spin, that'll be fine, and if it's 20 minutes, half an hour, then so be it. But I would love it to be a little bit longer. If I can do an hour, then that would be a real positive step forward. So let's get the tunes on, let's get the pace partner fired up, and let's get pedaling. Half an hour done and dusted. Stats on screen. I've been bothering showing stats from a half an hour bike ride. Mild knee pain, just calling it there. Calling it at half an hour means I can now spend half an hour doing rehab work immediately, so I can really start working towards getting back on the bike properly. That was okay, that was better than it was 2 days ago, so I just need to take these little bits of positivity, not go crazy, and just use it for motivation, which I'm going to do. So we're going to end today's video there. Going to go and get stuck into, I thought it was a Sunday dinner, but it's a casserole, which, as we know, it's not quite the same, is it? It's not the... Anyway, beggars can't be choosers. Thank you for bearing with. Hit like and subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you tomorrow for, I can say triathlon training now, can't I? I've biked, swam and ran in like 48 hours. TriathlonDan. See you later.